One thing I love to collect is textiles. I think in terms of traditional Black African design, textiles are really one of our superpowers. It's our equivalent of oil paintings from the ancient past. Hello, my name is Kemi Lawson and I'm the author of House Proud, a visual journey across iconic Black homes through time, and it's out internationally this September. So I thought I would guide you through some of my textile collection. A lot of them I have framed on the walls of my home, but some I just keep as part of a personal archive. So the first thing I'd like to show you, we have to start with it, and it's some kente cloth. Oh, even the weight of this is so heavy, it's just brilliant. I love the story. There's a wonderful story that two brothers were inspired by a spider weaving its web, and that inspired them to create the kente designs. I love that it's reserved for royalty, and I just think if you just look at the intricacy of it, and to think that every stitch is hand loomed, it's just magnificent. So we've got to have some kente cloth in the collection. The second thing I'd like to show you is this piece of cloth from Nigeria. Now this is sentimental because it's from a store in Lagos, Nigeria called Quintessence. Are there any Quintessence fans out there? I mean, it had such a big impact on me growing up in Lagos. There were not museums and galleries and all these things that my children are spoiled by. And really for me, that outlet was Quintessence, where I really got to see traditional African, Nigerian arts and craft. So I picked this up in Quintessence, which is still growing strong in Lagos. This doesn't have that much information. They said a black and white blanket. So if anyone can tell me a bit more about this fabric, that would be great. I suspect it's from northern Nigeria, but I just love the design. I love the texture. I love how this looks a bit like an Afro comb. The next thing I'd like to show you is this piece of fabric, which is ashoke, which is from Nigeria, the Yoruba. People wear it for traditional celebrations. This again has sentimental value because this was part of my ashobi. Please forgive my pronunciation, which is what people wear during a traditional party. And for this case, it was my wedding ceremony. So the women wore this in their heads as geles, and the men wore this fabric as caps. And I remember loving this collar combo at the time. And of course, it brings back lots of very happy memories. So this is my wedding ashobi, and I'll always keep this. This is another piece from Ghana, and this is Adinkra cloth. I love how Adinkra symbols are getting so much more widely known now. So many people are talking about Sankofa, that wonderful symbol which says to go back to the past to inform your future. And this cloth has got loads of Adinkra symbols on them. They're all hand stamped. And of course, Adinkra was meant to be for cloth and for pottery and things like that. So it's, this is how it was meant, how the communication was meant to be transported. This has got the Adinkra symbol of the butterfly, the fafanto, again, excuse my pronunciation, which of course is such a powerful symbol of fragility and metamorphosis and growth. And other symbols, which again, please let me know if you recognize any of them. But I love this piece of Adinkra, which I picked up in a market in Ghana. And then finally for now, tell me if you want more on this series, I have this cloth, which is a quilt, a patchwork quilt. Again, it has sentimental value because it was made by my mother on the occasion of the birth of her first grandchild, my daughter. So she started it when I first became pregnant and worked on it throughout and gave it to me when I just had the baby. I love it because she's chosen fabrics. It's got some Nigerian fabrics here and some fabrics with Caribbean influence. So it reflects our Nigerian Caribbean heritage, and again, all hand stitched. And quilting is something that is so common in so many Caribbean and African American families, with their skills passed down the generations, and my mum learned from her mother, and she's tried to teach me as well. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my textiles. Drop me a comment if you'd like me to do more.